faithful loyal YouTube subscribers. Today is Saturday. It is the 29th, the last day of February. The year is 2020. Saturday, February 29th, 2020. So, this is a leap year. Everybody still want to come to Atlanta. It just amazes me. I don't know. I've been doing videos about Atlanta for about the past 10 years. And I still get messages from people all the time. I'm moving to Atlanta. I got a job offer in Atlanta. Something's going on in Atlanta. I'm taking this job. I'm considering this. What's a safe neighborhood? So I'm going to talk about some neighborhoods today. I receive a lot of these questions from black people, particularly black folks who've never really been to Atlanta, or they visited Atlanta and they want to move here, or they have a job. Something's bringing them here, family members, a job. Who knows? I mean, they have some reason, specific reason why they're moving to Atlanta. And they want to know about these neighborhoods. So I'm going to tell you about these neighborhoods in Atlanta. But Atlanta is a city that's divided by race. You have your blacks in one neighborhood, whites in one neighborhood, Hispanics in one neighborhood, Asians in another. We're all divided here. You might have some mixed race neighborhoods, but not a lot. You might find places like Chamblee to be more Asian and Hispanic in separate neighborhoods. Places along Buford Highway tend to have a lot of Hispanics, and as you go up the highway into up Buford Highway from downtown, you tend to run into different races and stuff. If you go into North DeKalb County, it's typically white and Hispanic. If you go into North DeKalb County, as I was saying, those neighborhoods are predominantly white neighborhoods. They tend to a little bit more upscale. If you go into South DeKalb County, or Central DeKalb, which is Central DeKalb or South DeKalb, tend to be more black neighborhoods. You really won't find a lot of Hispanics in South DeKalb or whites in South DeKalb. It is predominantly black. Now, we have an area called East Atlanta that falls into South DeKalb County. It's going through gentrification, predominantly mixed race, black and white. But whites seem, for the most part, seem to have taken over that area for the most part at this point in East Atlanta, which is part of South DeKalb County. Now, when you get into the city of Atlanta, you have North Atlanta, which is predominantly white. That's your Buckhead, Brookhaven. I would say anything north of Midtown. So Midtown, Brookhaven, Brookwood, Buckhead, all those areas are predominantly white and wealthy. If you go into South Atlanta, you're going to be talking about neighborhoods like, West End, Oakland City, East Point, Southwest Atlanta, Vine City, Bankhead Highway. All those areas are predominantly black. Now, in these black neighborhoods, you have pockets of well-to-do subdivisions in all these black areas. In Southwest Atlanta, you have Cascade. Part of Cascade is in the city of Atlanta. Part of it falls into unincorporated Fulton. So you have to be careful when you're looking at homes. The first question when anybody looking at homes should ask, how are the schools? And that's where they get you in these black neighborhoods. These schools in black neighborhoods are not good at all. And that's where the problem comes in. These schools in black neighborhoods, they're horrible. That's the only thing I can say. So let's say you bought a house. Let's say you went down to Cascade and you found a house in a gated community. And the house was maybe $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, $900,000, whatever. Gated community, beautiful home. The schools that serve that subdivision are going to be so horrible that you're going to have to send your children to private school if you want your children to have a quality education. Now, if you don't give a fuck about your children's education, you can send them right on the streets to the school that are in that district for these areas. But I'm telling you, there's pockets of wealth in these areas in South Fulton and in South DeKalb. There's very expensive houses in South DeKalb, up to $1 million+. But they're pockets in the midst of poverty. That's where they get you. So, what about these far out places? Douglasville, Rockdale County, Stockbridge, Henry County, Newton County. Well, a lot of blacks are fleeing the city and going out into these neighborhoods. Like I just said, Newton County, Rockdale County, Douglasville, Douglas County, Henry County, and They look nice. Like I have friends. I have a lady who's looking at a house now in Henry County, Stockbridge. Oh, it's so nice out here. Traffic has increased tenfold out there from all the black folks moving into these neighborhoods, and the crime is shooting up sky high, and the schools are imploding. And that's the problem with these areas, especially if you don't know. Now, you're probably thinking, well, I don't have any children, so I'm not worried about the school districts, the schools, and how quality education is until you go to resell that damn house. As I said in previous videos, black neighborhoods tend to depreciate in value because of crime, school system, lack of retail and grocery stores. I always remind people, when I first moved to Atlanta in 1993, I moved here in 1989, but I purchased my first home in Stone Mountain, Georgia in 1993. I was 22 years of age. I bought it in March of 1993. I was 22, right before my 23rd birthday. Stone Mountain was beautiful, beautiful. I bought a house with a swimming pool, landscape, nice fenced yard. It was just, the grass was green and lush. The street was beautiful. Stone Mountain was gorgeous. I remember the real estate agent driving me through these. She took me the scenic route through Stone Mountain. I was like, oh, it's beautiful out here. She took me to the house. I said, this is the house? I looked at one house and purchased that house because I said, this is a good deal. And it was a very good deal. But I didn't know the white family that was living there was going through white flight and had packed their shit, was running up out that neighborhood. It was practically giving the house away. I bought that house in March of 1993. By the fall of 1993, the street was predominantly black. I didn't even see for sale signs come up on these houses. All I know is I would see the white folks move out and black folks move in. I'm like, oh, the house was for sale? And at the time, I didn't really understand real estate, but they were quietly listing their houses to get rid of them. And they were dumping them houses left and right. So within a few years, Stone Mountain went from being a predominantly white, middle-class, beautiful neighborhood to hell on earth. I would say in less than a decade, Stone Mountain changed. Quick. The schools went straight to hell. DeKalb County schools used to be the number one schools in the state of Georgia. Not no more. Me not being from Georgia, I didn't know any of this stuff, and I really didn't look into the schools. The school that served my house was Redan High School. And that school started having fights and riots, and there was so much stuff going up there. So you have to understand, when you're looking at these houses, you got to look at the schools. Another thing about Stone Mountain, they used to have all this retail up and down Memorial Drive. You had all kinds of stores and restaurants and all that stuff. That stuff started closing left and right. Vacant shopping centers. I'm like, what happened to the Krogers? There was a Kroger I used to go to, closed down. There was a Target up there, closed down. There was a Pier 1 closed. I mean, all this stuff just boom, 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 just like dominoes falling. Closing. I'm like, wow, this stuff is closing. Why did it close? There was this place store. I remember Kmart opened this huge store called American Fair on Mountain Industrial. And I would go there and shop. And then they turned into Cub Foods, and then it changed to something else, and then it shut down. I was like, it was a massive store empty. So if you're looking in areas like Henry County and Stockbridge and Ellenwood and places that look pretty now, not lots of stores and retails and restaurants, as these areas turn more and more black, y'all gonna lose that retail base. It's just historical. A lot of that stuff is gonna vanish. The stores are gonna close, and restaurants are gonna close. I don't know what it is about black neighborhoods, but when we move in, we lose a lot of retail and restaurants. The stuff shuts down. I've seen this over and over and over and over again. So, or the neighborhood changed, the restaurants changed from nice sit down and eat restaurants to Tyrone's Fried Chicken Shack. No, I'm not kidding. Because there used to be a really nice steakhouse on Memorial Drive I used to go to get steaks. All of a sudden it shut down, and a black family took over and turned it into a barbecue restaurant. Their food was still good, but customer service was hell on earth in that damn place. It was terrible. And they were open for many years until that person who bought the restaurant died. But they were from up north. I met the family. They had very good food. They just didn't have good customer service there. I mean, we went from a nice steak restaurant sit down for radios and stuff to a hole in the wall. And I was literally, when that restaurant closed, they kept all the tables and chairs. Everything was the same except customer service. It went down to the pits. They would cuss your ass out in that damn steak. What'd you say? And for some barbecue, I didn't mean to say nothing. But that's just how they were, you know. So when you move, if you come into Atlanta and you're looking in these areas, you have got to look at the schools, look at the retail. And the real estate agent's not going to tell you the truth about is the neighborhood going through transition. Well, who's moving in? Who's moving out? Because see, from the outside looking in, you might see a beautiful subdivision of houses. Think, wow, this is really nice. Until you get in there and buy that $500,000 house and say, what the hell did I buy? And that's what's going to happen. I have a lot of friends who purchase homes in Cascade and South Fulton County who are dumping them houses and running back to the city screaming, taking apartments. They say they can't live out there no more. They can't take the crime. They can't take the bad at schools no more. They don't want the traffic. They got their doors being kicked in, their cars being stolen out their driveway and cars being broken into. They can't take it no more. They don't want to be bothered with it no more. They better get them houses up and get an apartment in the city. There are a lot of people, after you purchased a home and you've had a bad taste in your mouth, trying to sell houses in South Fulton County is going to take a lot of work. Because here you are and bought a house maybe 10 years ago or more in the peak of the market. You thinking your house value is going to... I had a friend who paid $500,000 for a house. He bought that house right before the market crashed in 2006, 2007. He sat in that house. This is 2020. He just sold it. The house never did get up to its value. He was paying the house down, thinking that he would balance it out. He still had to write a check to get out that damn house. When he moved back, he moved into Midtown. He said he was so grateful to get out that damn house. He was so happy. He said he couldn't take another day out there. He said he could not take another day. Then another builder had swept into the subdivision and purchased the remaining lots and started building in the houses that was far cheaper than what he had paid for his big, massive, beautiful house. And he said he just couldn't take it no more. He said the maintenance of that house was killing him. His kids were grown, and he was living there by himself, and he was tired of driving. So everything was in the city. Everything he enjoyed was in town, and he just said, I can't take this no more. He put that house for sale, sold it, and got the hell out. Beautiful house. I was like, wow. He said it just wasn't worth it. He said he learned his lesson about buying these big-ass expensive houses in black neighborhoods. And when he bought that house, I had told him, you need to look up in Cobb County. Or going to Vinings, because you still could have found a good deal in Vinings at that point. But all he could see was, he was like, oh, but it's a beautiful neighborhood in South Fulton. I said, see, he was from up north. And I saw those houses. I forget who that builder, I want to say they were Martha Stewart houses, or some builder was at that time before they went under. I believe those were Martha Stewart homes. Beautiful houses. But I told him, I said, historically, these houses are not going to do well. And they didn't do well. So when you're coming from up north and you see, black folks from up north don't understand how shit roll down here in Georgia. These school systems, these retails and racism, be careful. Especially if you're buying a house right now in this market, because the market is too high right now. We at the upswing in this cycle. We're in the upside. And pretty soon we go up, like on a roller coaster ride, up, then that's when you buy, when you die. When you're there, not the up, down here. Be careful. But some people don't want to listen. Everybody go on, do what the fuck they want to do. It's like the people say, I'm coming to Atlanta. I always say, is there any other place you can go but Atlanta? I don't understand people's love of Atlanta. And people say, why you still there, Walter? I moved here when I was an 18-year-old kid. My whole family's in here. And trust me, I've been looking for ways out. You better believe. If I knew a way out of here, I'd be on the highway going. But I'm not coming to Atlanta looking for a job or looking for a place. I can find me a place. I ain't looking for employment. I ain't begging nobody for nowhere. I have no resume. I ain't had a resume in God knows how long. Do I ever have money? I guess it did decades ago. I don't need a resume for who won't take it to. Or what? But I need a job. I said, Tyrone, you hiring? I'll be there in the morning. Oh, you want me to start tonight? God damn it. Okay, I'll be there in 15 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all can't pull them type of stunts, but I can. I got a job one time working for the state. Literally paid a friend of mine called me and said, Walter, they hiring 80 people immediately. She said, all they asked for was my driver's license and social security card. I went over there and gave it to them. They said, you can start in the morning. I was like, huh? I wasn't expecting that. That's when I was going to work. This was years ago. Literally got a job just that fast, working for the state attorney, background checking, all that shit. They was like, you can start in the morning. I should have kept that damn job too. But I didn't stay long with that particular job. Um, so I would tell people, I know it sounds exciting. I know it sounds exciting moving to a city like Atlanta. Because on the news and you watching TV shows and you watching all this stuff, y'all seem to think that all this stuff is good and that all this stuff is great. When you're looking at Atlanta, you see the TV shows, the movies, the high rises, the production, Black Hollywood, but it ain't what it seems. And people say, "Why you just hating on Atlanta?" No, I'm not hating on Atlanta. I'm just telling you what I see daily here. You know, right outside this window, they're building a brand new subdivision over here next to where we live at now. I wouldn't buy one of those. I wouldn't buy one of those houses. The townhouses are in the upper threes to $410,000. The houses are from the mid fives to 600. In this area, no ma'am. I wouldn't buy it. But people are buying them, white folks. But I wouldn't buy it. Let them buy it, shit. I don't give a care. No. Each to each his own, you know. If people just still have this dream about Atlanta being this place of prosperity, and for some people it is a very good place to move to. My friend who sold his house in Cascade, he took a huge loss. He did purchase a home here in Midtown. He found a good deal. He's fixing it up. He's gonna move into it, Raggedy Ass house. But he said he'd rather be in town. But he makes good money here in the city. He didn't say he wanted to leave Atlanta. He makes good money, but he had grown tired of the problems he was having in South Fulton County with the schools, the crime, the neighborhoods going to hell, people not taking care of the yard, the homeowners association had no backbone. He didn't want to live like that anymore. No restaurants, no stores, no nothing. And he just said grew tired of it. You know, he just didn't want to live like he was living in the woods someplace anymore. So he lives in the city now, in a home he's renovating, which he paid a lot for the old raggedy house. But he might be okay because, you know, it's in the city, so we'll see what happens. But he said he just couldn't take it no more, and so he had to do something. So right now he's in a area that's going through some changes. He gave up a beautiful home, but he said he couldn't take it no more. He could not take another minute out there. He's going to go crazy out there. Plus driving back and forth. And then he switched positions, and he started taking a job on the north side of town. And he said the drive was just insane. So I have a lot of people who move here. A lot of people move here. The first thing I tell them is get out them cars and get on MARTA. And then everybody will be reluctant at first. And then they find some Walter, I'm so glad to give your advice. I parked my car at the train station, got on that train, went to work, I'm back. And instead of driving to work, use the train. They got free parking at most of these train stations, I believe. Most of them are free. Park your car. You can catch the train, if possible, right to your job site. And get out them cars. And I've told these other people, you know, because some people never really worked public transportation before until they get here. I said, you better learn how to use it. There's one good thing about where we're at now. There's a train station right across the street from here, and I plan on taking advantage of it once I get my, you know, well, we'll see. But, there's a train station over there. I ain't gonna walk over there to that motherfucker. I'm gonna drive my over there and park in that free parking lot. But you know, so for some people, Atlanta's gonna always be that destination for people to come. And people move here. I've met a lot of people who moved over here just in the past 12 months. I meet a lot of people who watch my videos and they move here. We meet. I say, hey, welcome to Atlanta. Or I'll see them walk up and say, man, we might talk on the phone or email each other. And people say they're looking for stuff. And I don't think you all know this, but Earl is a licensed real estate agent. If you're looking for a house, I would definitely email me your information. I fat forward it to him. He can take you out looking at houses. You do sell houses. He's a licensed real estate agent. He has stuff on the contract with people right now. So, I mean, it's not his full-time job, but he does sell houses and stuff. So if you're looking for a home, we might be able to help you. Yeah, good luck with that one. But their home prices are so outrageously priced right now. Whew, good luck finding a deal. This shit is high. Good luck. This shit is high. I don't care where you look. That shit, when I was hearing the prices out there in Henry County and Stockbridge, I was floored before what they mess was going for. I was out there. I said, well. But everybody got to find out on their own. about real estate, and if we're in a real estate bubble, if the price is too high. Everybody has to find this out on their own. Me personally, because some people, they gotta have this house, they gotta have it, they're just determined to have a house. I ain't one of them people. Fucking that raggedy ass house. I've been down that path before. When the shit get cheap, I will jump in there and buy something. But right now, I will pay this cheap rent. But that's just my thoughts and my opinions. And who am I? Just a fool sitting up here on YouTube. So don't pay me no attention. Go out there, get your real estate agent, and get that $2 million townhouse off Memorial Drive. You're going to love it. Anyway, one part of town I do like. I do love the Memorial Drive. There's a lot of stuff going on Memorial Drive in the inner city of Atlanta. But the prices are so damn high. My God, this shit is high. Reynoldstown, Kirkwood, Eastlake, they're building a Planet Fitness. They got a movie theater. They got a Publix grocery. They got all this stuff going over there. But the rents and the price of that shit is high as hell. But people are buying it. They're buying it. So I just look. I drive to the sugar up and sales. Good luck with that one. People are buying. Most of the stuff is townhouses. There are some homes too. The shit is outrageous. It's like, who is buying this stuff? But people are buying them. So we shall see how this plays out over the next few years. Anyway, I'm drinking. My coffee's getting cold, and I'm about to make me some more. Give me another cup of coffee. There. Saturday is February 29th. Year is 2020. I'm out of here. If you're coming to Atlanta, come to Atlanta. I'm sure I'm not discouraging anybody. Once people make up their mind, they're gonna do something. They're gonna do it on their own. Do whatever makes you great. I have a friend who transferred here with a major bank. He bought a townhouse. He loves it. So, he's happy for now. There's some issues, but he's happy for now. Then I have people who moved here and said they made the worst mistake. Even though they haven't made good money, they transfer out, go someplace else. I don't know. Find it out on your own how you feel about Atlanta. It seems to be the number one place. This was the reason why I did this video. They had an article in some magazine saying Atlanta is the number one place for black entrepreneurs. Might be true. Might be a whole lot of truth for that. That might be it might very well be factual and true. So, anyway, let me get my day started. Today is, again, Saturday, February 29th. February 29th, the year 2020. I'm out of here. Enjoy your day.